by David Pollock and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Seminoles will kick it away to start. He'll bring it out. It's Abrams. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So Florida's return team certainly didn't do the offense any favors there. The Sunshine State is so rich in talent. The players have known each other in many cases for a long time, and that brings the intensity to a fever pitch.
And they do not like each other, Reese. 3 of the 4 years that I was a part of this rivalry game, there were bench-clearing brawls in the middle of the field before opening kickoff. This game just feels different.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll go with a direct snap. Discards a man. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22. They'll need 3 yards here on third down to keep this opening drive alive. Snap it to the back. Tackled after picking up the first down.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on third down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short. Last time these two got together, Florida got to rub a little salt in the wound as they blew out the Noles.
Well, that was a statement win by the Gators, and I think that win really helped push a bunch of high school prospects that might have been considering both the Seminoles and Gators to Gainesville. That game had a huge impact this offseason for the Gators.
The Gators have a first down.
This guy's got a lot of tools in his toolbox, toting the rock band. He showed you right there. And when I think back to Florida running backs, Emmitt Smith, all-time great. But a guy I played with in Gainesville, Fred Taylor. He was so big, but so fast for a guy his size. He just caused so many problems for the defenses we face. And I think in the SEC today, you have got to be able to run the football if you're going to win games. And this guy right here, he's going to give the Gators a chance.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. And the Gators are marching down the field. Wide out in motion. Quick timeout called by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Florida.
Looking for a productive play on first down. Back to throw, it's Lagway. Got his man in middle. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit, and our wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
He's looking for a man on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Wilson. Nice pickup there, gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him, he's able to turn it up and get a first down.
The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Motion from the offense. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. Guys, you might know Florida State was once a women's college. Irish didn't start playing football until later, and in fact, didn't start playing the Gators until 1958.
Even though they hadn't been playing a long time, this game has featured so many of the biggest names in the sport. You think about Bobby Bowden, Steve Spurrier on the sidelines, Charlie Ward, Chris Swanky, Tim Tebow, Danny Werkle, Heisman Trophy winners. This game has had it all.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job on the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, limiting his carries.
Ninth play of the opening drive coming up, but now they face a third down. Back to pass, it's Lagway. It's complete to the right. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33.
Had they not picked up that first down, it would have been decision time for the head coach, right? You're kind of in no man's land on the Frazier. You're trying to go on the field goal, or you're going for it on fourth down, but because of the execution there and the nice throw, let's keep this drive going. Let's see if we can get 6.
Leaves it with the back. Plows ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing it.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The RPO, fire complete. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
And get the ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, you can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
Off the play fake. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Catch in the middle, it's Hawkins. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense, 1st and goal from the 7. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that first quarter. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wide receiver shows motion. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next 3rd down, try to force the opponent into a field goal, that's a win if you're on defense. All right, decision time early. I'm just going field goal here. Put some points on the board and pay off this nice opening drive.
And I get that, but I'm going to be aggressive. I'm going for the touchdown. Even if I get stopped, they got to...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida.
When your opponent can't beat you, you don't give them the football. And they were able to possess it throughout the entire first quarter, and they finally capped it off with that impressive rushing
about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Seminoles offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And you want to talk about dudes who can bring the heat off the edge, David? Both of these teams have somebody that can do just that.
That's so much fun. They get off the rock and they get in the backfield and get to quarterbacks. Make them feel uncomfortable, get them to the ground. These guys change the way offenses are playing the game.
These offensive coordinators better help out their quarterback. These guys need to be double-teamed with tight ends and running backs. You let these guys go one-on-one, you're asking to get sacked.
They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
That is such a good run. I'll tell you, if you're going to put on a Seminole helmet, you better be dangerous with the ball in your hands at the running back position, right? You think back to the late, great Bobby Bowden. He was always able to recruit a difference maker at that position. He would have loved to have this guy in his offense because it feels like he can score a touchdown every single time he has the ball.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Pulls and fires complete. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The Seminoles with the 1st and 10. To the air, it's Glenn. Using the quick game. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. When Bobby Bowden built this program, high-flying offenses, great quarterback play, innovation, and that's what they hope they'll see on display today.
And it was year after year, man. He found so many elite athletes, such good recruiting in the state of Florida. And when the Seminoles get those guys, man, those teams fly.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
A lot of times the QB's going to drop back and try to make a big play, What's your safe option if nothing's there? Slip it to your running back. Let him catch it. Let him go get a first down for you.
Got it in the middle. It's Williams. Touchdown, Seminoles. Reeled it in and just made the house call.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time and took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jump in.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. And it's picked off. He'll try to take it back. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he did the pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do have this.
Nothing but green ahead. He's at the 40. At the 20. Touchdown, Gator. And once he found daylight, it was candy bar the door, baby.
Man, how hard is it to defend? You have a weapon like this, a running back that can play wide receiver. You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now for this defense moving forward.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive doing there? He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered.
Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. To throw, it's Glenn. Trying to get to it. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
It doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
And the Knowles send out the punt unit. Looking for a block. It's Hawkins. Makes a move. There he goes. One man up. He will score. Touchdown, Florida. Now that is a play that will get your sidelines into the game with that touchdown.
And you could see once he left everybody in the dust and he was going to the house, the sidelines going nuts. What a big-time play to take the lead. Defense did his job. Now special teams coming through in a big way.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
Just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make the play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards, get some first downs, get some positive momentum.
This is the kind of run that falls in the category of sanctioned violence as he's up to the 31.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time, it's a screen throw. He had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
Safe completion on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll try to get it through the air. Fires to the big fella. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Back through the air one more time. Makes the catch. It's Brown.
Throw a hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
On 2nd down, just keeps firing. He's got his man. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn that field, and you saw that right there.
He's brought down, but there's a flag
Personal
on the field.
foul.
Let's see which
Roughing
way
the
that's
passer.
going to go.
Defense.
I bet it felt good to hit that quarterback late until you got an earful from the coach and cost your defense 15. And guys, bringing the heat is what any defense is about, but you have to stop short of making that official reach for his flag. He makes a grab. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Try to barge their way in. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. So loud it's rattling your feelings on 3rd and goal. They're trying to slam it in. They bring him down, and he's
two-point play here, right? You've got to play you practice all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
This defense trying to stand tall on 4th and goal from the 2. Trying to bully their way in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, no!
And I love that this offense stuck to it. Stuck to the run game. Didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
So they got the touchdown now, going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fella on the sidelines, being like, what did you come to?
Ball in the air, intercepted. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Seminoles. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Looking to pass. It's Glagway. Going downfield for the big play. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Well, the defender got his hand on that one, tipped it up in the air, and offense, man, they're lucky that one wasn't picked.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, gentlemen. Seldom do the rational turn irrational the way they do when these 2 teams and fan bases get together in the Sunshine Showdown. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on 3rd down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those 2 stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the battle between Florida State and Florida plays out.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Gators will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll return it. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They had this lead to start the 3rd quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him, so I expect more of the same here in the second half.
And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. The inside handoff. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
See, they need more runs like that. It's just been so few and far between. Defensively, they've been in position. They've been winning their one-on-one battles, getting off of blocks and rallying to the ball carrier. This defense has done a nice job slowing down the run game this far.
And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. The Seminoles are moving quickly down the field. Off play action on first down. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. You see a Gator bringing the heat like that, you think about Derek Harvey, who is the MVP of the
gotta put pressure on the quarterback. You gotta affect him. Really nice job on this play.
We hear all the time in the tight end. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play. Right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
This defensive end is an animal. He already has 2 sacks, and we're only in the third quarter. I'd move him around a little bit more defensively so that the offense has no idea where he's going. Because right now, man, he is feasting.
He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Can't make contact with the kicker like that. A costly special teams penalty. You've got to know your path in front of the kicker. Offense comes back on the field. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Red pass, it's complete. Touchdown, Florida State. What a grab and go for the score. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. At the 40, there he goes. Got a lot of running room. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. And the Gators in the hurry up. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Got it behind the line. It's Daniels. And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Quarterback moving. Touchdown, Gator! And they add 6 more for that trip to the house. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments and they go blah, 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 blah. Sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice...
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, picked off. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover. Line gets set, first down. Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Great heads-up awareness by the cornerback on that play. He saw the receiver get the ball. He shot downhill and made a nice tackle.
Got it in the middle. It's Hawkins. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football. Let him make plays.
Gets the job done on third down. He gets it to the 25 before it's brought down.
It's hard to stop right now. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss.
All kinds of running room. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down to the 42.
And this receiver is so dangerous. There's so many different ways that he can hurt a defense. You got to throw it to him conventionally, but find creative ways to get him the football out in space and let him go to work.
The Gators are on the move. Wants to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Hawkins. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
He'll try to do it himself. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back, he's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick him up and put him down. And
got enough space, and he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Florida!
And listen, if I have a playmaker running back like that with that kind of speed, yeah, I'm going to throw the swing to him, too. He drops back, surveys the field. He says, I know my guy can make a play, gets the ball in his hands right now in the swing. He does the rest, gets in for the touchdown.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here. Just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play it off. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing.
At 45 on its way. That defense got gas, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. And the Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. Out of the gun, the inside give. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get two bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On the move. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Operating in the red zone here on second down. We've reached the end of the third quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. for a gap. It's Daniels. Quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Dropping back, it's Glenn. Fires into the end zone. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score.
Really nice third down sub-defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting that. They're mixing up the looks. They're trying to change the picture. Pre-snap to post-snap. Confuse the quarterback. Now forcing the incompletion, setting up for it.
No good. After the miss, here in the fourth quarter, still deadlocked.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic three. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can
False start,
score in a
offense.
hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
The offense set for a first down play. Direct snap. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Offense gets set for second down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Trying play action. He'll pull it down. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
There's nothing more annoying defensively than this. You got a guy bottled up, great coverage, boom. He escapes out of it, pulls a rabbit out of a hat. Next thing you know, he scrambles, gets a first down. Now I got a new set of problems I got to deal with.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. From the gun, the ground game. Got 3 on first down and 2nd and 7. Wide receiver now comes in motion. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Going to try to get it himself. And this sophomore quarterback learning when to use his legs to move the chains.
Well, that's 2 very good decisions on that play by the quarterback, right? Number 1, not to hand it off. That was the right look to throw into it. And the second good decision was his guy was covered, so don't throw it. Just take off and get what you can get. You got to like the decision-making this guy is showing right now in this game.
They'll run it from the gun. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Got a little work done on first down. Now back to the line. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They'll go with a direct snap. Past the first down marker and still running. Wrestled to the ground after picking up a first down.
And David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come off and smack you, and you got to do something about it. I think the defense, maybe time to start committing more guys to stopping that run, not worrying about the pass as much.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
All right, so not a home run play for the offense, but I do like the creativity, and I like how they're going to stress this defense and do it in less conventional ways.
The clock stops as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the game. This offense has a 2nd down play. Snap it to the back. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Well, it just seems like everything is working for the offense on this drive. Another nice game, this time on the ground.
The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Moves away as he feels pressure. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. Looking for a crease. It's Daniels. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves in position to win.
Direct snap. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. What a finish we have unfolding here. The offense in the waning moments and a chance to take the lead. Wide out in motion. A 1st down run in the red zone. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They'll go with a direct snap. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. A touchdown here on 3rd and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. Motion from the offense. Snap it to the back. Touchdown, Gator! And inside a minute to go, they've got the lead.
Man, this game has been awesome. Some back and forth. Now you take the lead late. Nice job by the offense. And now you just need your defense to come through for you. One more time. One stop. Less than a minute remaining. Go out there and finish this thing off.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. put together this final drive. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. This is everything you could hope for in a rivalry game like this. Close game, waning moments, history waiting to be made, guys.
And it's moments like this why you come and play for these two schools, right? To play in a game like this, in a rivalry like this, in a situation, David, game on the line late, who's going to take it?
And you know when you make this play, you're immortalized. With this kind of rivalry, these are the highlights they'll be showing for years. Everybody will be like, I remember when so-and-so made that play against our biggest rival to seal the deal.
To the air, it's Glenn. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
Third and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they're going to try to get to him with the pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. You better get rid of this one quick.
And they dialed up the shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
And it's now or never. It's do or die for this offense. Fourth down, late in the game, trailing. They absolutely have to connect and move the chains right here. This thing's over.
Trailing by a touchdown, getting late in the fourth, and this is a huge, perhaps a defining moment in this game. Looking left. He's got him and they convert. And wisely gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They got the first down, now in plus territory and a chance to save themselves. Looking to move it through the air. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. Just snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
He wants to go deep. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. Well, the defense didn't get caught napping there. In this situation, you know they have to stay alert for the deep ball.
So what defense am I going to call? I'm going to keep some DBs back deep. I'm going to keep my safety a little bit deeper, understanding they're down. They're going to have to attack down the field. I'm going to stick to my passing sets and nickels and dimes.
After that incompletion, there is so much pressure now on this quarterback to come up with a big play. They need to score a touchdown. They need to keep this drive alive to have any shot at winning this game. But it all comes down to this play right here.
Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
And this offense does not come up big. Man, you needed that first down. And listen, the communication with this offense and the execution has left a little bit